A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, a very warm welcome to the exhibition opening as well as prize presentation for the NTU Global Digital Art Prize 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to join me in welcoming our guest of honor, Ms. Diane Jurgens, Chief Technology Officer of BHP. Everybody, big round of applause. And to introduce myself, my name is Juliana, and I'm delighted to be your host for this evening. The NTU Global Digital Art Prize, or what we call the NTU GDAP, is jointly organized by the NTU Institute of Science and Technology for Humanity, as well as the School of Art, Design and Media, with the intention to nurture and catalyze the vast potential of creativity in digital art, the synergy of art and science, and the betterment of the human condition in the age of the fourth industrial revolution. Taking the form of a biannual competition, it recognizes global artists and technologists with extraordinary creativity in digital-mediated art, design, and cultural heritage. The theme of the inaugural NTU GDAP is therefore simply the fourth industrial revolution, beautiful connections in art and science. So to start off this evening's program proper, it is my honor to invite Professor Subra Suresh, NTU President, to deliver his welcome remarks. Professor Suresh, please.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Diane Jurgen, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to the inaugural NTU Global Digital Art Prize opening and prize presentation ceremony. So it seems like only yesterday when it was actually February of 2018, more than a year and a half ago, when we announced our aspirations to establish NIST, the NTU Institute of Science and Technology for Humanity, as well as our aspiration to establish a global digital art prize, which symbolizes NTU's emergence not just as a leading technological university, a global university, but also its commitment, its intellectual commitment, but equally its pragmatic commitment to connect technology with art. So this prize is the first of its kind in Singapore and in the region to recognize artists and technologists with exceptional creativity. For NTU, which prides itself on being at the forefront of education, research, and innovation for the benefit of society, this close collaboration between technology and art is very important. The arts have been very important to scientists, and I don't say this just as a scientist to claim that I have any expertise or any knowledge of art. People who are more capable than me have said this. Scientists and mathematicians often rely on aesthetics to guide their research, filter their perceptions, and help them visualize patterns in the sometimes impenetrable chaos of data. So the truth and beauty that goes with science is also found in art, and how you link the two is often a joyful pursuit. In fact, there are many artistically inclined scientists who tend to win more awards, according to one study, than their less artistic but equally scientifically qualified colleagues. For example, I'm told, I'm not an expert in this literature either. You may later on ask, what are you good at? But let me say this, based on this study, Michigan State University physiologist Robert Root Bernstein and his psychologist mother, Maureen Bernstein, found that most Nobel Prize winners and members of the US National Academy of Sciences had predominantly art-related hobbies. Now, anecdotally, this is not a scientific study like the one I just cited. Anecdotally, I spent about 16 years in a very nice office as a faculty member at MIT. Right next to my office in engineering were 2 rooms with 2 grand pianos. And especially after 5 p.m., most of the students would come and practice in those grand pianos. It turned out that the vast majority of them were from the Department of Mathematics. So art and science often go hand in hand. I want to upfront make a statement. At a time when around the world we hear questions about what is the return on investment, especially in academic enterprise, whether it's education or research. The return on investment has many dimensions to this. The intersection of technology and art pushes the boundaries of human intellect and human creativity. And the return on investment in that is just because it pushes the boundaries of human intellect and human creativity. It cannot be measured in monetary terms. It cannot be measured in citations and publications. And it definitely cannot be measured with the number of startups that come out of it. But nevertheless, it has a huge value to it. I think it's the responsibility of academic institutions such as NTU to recognize that value and to appreciate it. It is in that spirit that we also established, it was our aspiration to establish this Digital Art Prize. It's important for artists and anyone involved in the art world to educate themselves and to stay aware of how to use the latest in technologies. So if we want to shape the way in which innovations come into existence and grow, and what they eventually become, we have to be involved in it right from the beginning. This is exactly what the NTU Global Digital Art Prize aims to achieve. The prize stems from the premise that in order to tackle fundamental issues and challenges for humanity posed by the convergence of the physical, the digital, and the biological worlds in what has now come to be known in common parlance as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, we have no choice but to forge new connections and beautiful connections between technology and art. Taking the form of a biennial competition, this prize recognizes global artists and technologists and students who demonstrate extraordinary creativity in digitally mediated art, design, and cultural heritage. The prize is intended to nurture and catalyze the vast potential of creativity in digital art, and with the pace of emergence of technology, one could argue that it's still in its inception with what is yet to come in technology in our lifetime. The synergy of art and science and the betterment of the human condition in this era is at the focus of our vision for this prize. NIST, or the NTU Institute of Science and Technology for Humanity, and the School of Art, Design, and Media, or ADM, have worked very closely together for more than a year to make this Digital Art Prize happen. The competition, the very first competition, has attracted 459 submissions from 73 countries, both from Singapore and from international artists. The prize is open to artists, technologists, and other professionals working in any genre or form of art. It has 2 categories: for professionals from any country and for Singapore-based students. So we want to nurture this among our students as well. The latter category is important as it reflects our commitment to educating and nurturing Singapore's future leaders and the importance of young people in society for future development. Each category will award a top prize and commendation prizes for excellence, creativity, and innovation. The top prize is 25,000 Singapore dollars for professional artists and $10,000 for students. We are delighted to present 14 shortlisted works from the first round of judging in the showcase here at the ADM Gallery. All 14 shortlisted artworks represent the best in terms of artistic excellence, integration of digital media, relevance to theme, and the artist's innovation and creativity. The artworks seek to imagine solutions to the world's most thorny questions and issues in the hope that the integration of art and science will allow us to gain deeper insight into what it means to be human, what it means for nature, the intersections between humanity and nature, and what it means to be an educated person. The final round of judging happened yesterday, and I'm sure all of us present are very excited to know the results very soon. I would like to thank our jury panel, comprising very distinguished artists, curators, and academics, for taking time from their very busy schedules to deliberate the winners. Some of them have also kindly joined us in the NTU Global Digital Art Prize Symposium held here a couple of days ago at the NTU Center for Contemporary Art to discuss the evolution of digital art in the era of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The transformation resulting from the digital age has certainly changed art, how it is made, where it is shown, and who can see it, and the ways in which we can visualize and project it, not just in 2D, but or 3D, and perhaps even in more dimensions when we put in time. Through the presentations and discussion moderated by Professor Michael Walsh, Chair of the School of Art, Design, and Media, the symposium explored how the key components driving the Fourth Industrial Revolution could be effective in shaping the human condition in the 21st century. Scientific discoveries and technological innovations are creating unprecedented opportunities for society to elevate living standards and quality of life and to eliminate disparities. At the same time, history has shown repeatedly that the intended benefits of technology inevitably come with unintended consequences and challenges, the least of which also includes the intentional or unintentional use, misuse, and abuse of technology by humans. Whether Industry 4.0 turns out to be a net positive or a net negative outcome for the world will critically depend on how technology and innovation, as well as the role of machines in society, are closely integrated with human behavior and humanity. I mentioned this more than a year ago when we launched the Art Prize. I've mentioned this on several occasions. It's worth repeating here again. This is essentially the focus of both NIST and the spirit of this Digital Art Prize. By allowing deeper insights into humanity's future through the integration of art, science, and technology, the NTU Global Digital Art Prize will allow us to continuously question and explore the possibilities and limitations of how the current wave of industrial progress and innovation will impact humanity in the years and decades to come. Before I close, I would like to express my profound gratitude to all the staff members in NIST for their enormous hard work leading up to this, for staff members in ADM for all their contributions to this, especially to Pierre and Jocelyn. I want to take this opportunity to thank the judges for their hard work, for bringing their insights, wisdom, and knowledge to help us establish this prize, and hopefully we'll continue this for many, many years to come so that it can have an impact not just in Singapore and the region, but around the world. I'll be remiss in my remarks if I do not take this opportunity to express my profound gratitude to Professor Alan Chan, who for more than a year and a half has devoted an enormous amount of time, both for the establishment of NIST, and also the establishment of this Digital Art Prize. and the integration of these two themes into a process that brought NIST and ADM together. So Alan, thank you very much for your contributions to this. I also want to thank Professor Vanessa Evers, who recently joined us, and for her leadership of this, along with all the staff in NIST and ADM. And I want to thank all of you for coming here tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Suresh. And with that, it is my privilege to invite Ms. Diane Jurgens, Chief Technology Officer of BHP, up on stage to deliver her speech. Ms. Jurgens, please.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Professor Suresh, for your very thought-provoking introduction. That one's hard to follow. Good evening, everyone. I am absolutely honored to be here with all of you and to celebrate the awarding of the Global Digital Arts Prize. The statistics are also amazing. 70 countries entries. So I'd like to congratulate Professor Suresh on your tenure here already at NTU and really pushing the university to be a global leader and a pioneer and a place that people can come and innovate. And the standing in the world, I think, is increasing just early in your tenure. I know with Alan and yourself and really championing NTU Institute of Science and Technology and creating that, I should say science and technology for humanity. I say NIST and forget the H sometimes. So one of the largest projects here, I understand, is this evening that culminates tonight. And it's the joint organization between NIST and the School of Art, Design, and Media, where we're gathered here tonight. I was thrilled to receive the invitation recently from Vanessa to join you. And I'm very excited to see Professor Suresh's vision here tonight firsthand and what can be achieved in the convergence of art, design, culture, and technology. Before I briefly speak about the transformative technological advances that have come to define my career and the work that we do at BHP, I wanted to acknowledge the work of the artists here tonight and pay credit to the masterful work you've done in exploring Industry 4.0 through the prism of digital art. By anyone's standards, it's not a simple concept to unpack, and I expect to be intrigued and challenged when we tour tonight's exhibitions. To the artists, thank you for applying your passion and sharing it with us. In my role at BHP, I'm very proud to lead and oversee a team of equally passionate technologists that support our company's work in over 90 countries. At BHP, our purpose is to bring people and resources together to create a better world. We have a portfolio in the mining industry with oil and gas, and together they represent those essential building blocks that Professor Suresh mentioned that's progressing and lifting the standards of millions of people around the world. BHP was the first multinational resources company here to call Singapore home when we launched in 2001 our marketing and now our technology headquarters. And Singapore was a natural choice for BHP to host these headquarters in Asia, and we've long enjoyed being part of a very vibrant ecosystem, as witnessed again here tonight. For decades, our commodities have helped to fuel the digital revolution. Copper for mobile phones, steel for electric vehicles, nickel for batteries. These are just some of the innovations that have fundamentally changed the way we lead our lives today. While BHP is proud of our role in this revolution, The truth is, our industry has not kept pace with technology. Just until recently, our advances had been mostly incremental in nature, driven by mechanical advantage, brute strength, and really big machines. While the approach has brought us many awards, it's no longer the world we live in today. Today, transformative technology like advanced automation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, is truly changing the status quo and creating new opportunities in every part of our business. For example, it's through technological innovation that we're accelerating the development and deployment of low-emission technologies in partnership with a number of leading companies and institutions. We know that industry plays a role in social responsibility. And at BHP, we've created a $400 million US dollar fund for climate investment. Now, this fund supports activities that will reduce scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions. And we do know, while it may not pay off immediately, we're in this for the long term. The increasing application of technology is both rapid and game-changing. What we're finding repeatedly is that competitive advantage is not just about having the best technology. It's really about having the best people with the right capabilities. Leadership in the future will not be about replacing humans. It will be about people working with technology and ensuring that we get that balance of humanity and technology right. Throughout my career and in my personal life, I spent a lot of time championing STEM education, especially for diversity populations, women in particular, to pursue careers in technology. I know personally I've found it tremendously rewarding throughout my career. Recently, though, a colleague of mine challenged me because, frankly, I had put a mandate out. Everyone in technology had to have a STEM degree, 100%. And the reason she challenged me is she also heard me talk about how important diversity was. And she said, how diverse are you going to be with 100% of your people with STEM degrees? And it challenged me to think about my biases. And then how important arts are in one of those dimensions of diversity. And we'll see that later tonight, I'm sure, that convergence of art and technology and how powerful it can be. So we do know that a mix of ways of thinking and approaching that diversity, at BHP we place high value on that because we know it makes our teams more innovative, more productive, and frankly in our mine sites, diversity proves out that we're safer as well. So at BHP, we're really at a pivotal time where technology is this huge lever we can pull in our industry. By bringing together these real-world benefits of technology to our teams, to our operations, to our markets, we're harnessing that transformative power to really reimagine how we do what we do. We're finding new ways to safely converge the needs of our team members, our customers, and our planet. Strategic partnering is key, and many of our biggest challenges will not be solved by us alone. We know we need to connect with today's biggest thinkers and tomorrow's brightest talent. We need exposure to out there ideas that challenge us and out there thinking that encourages us. That's why we invite the contributions and perspectives from a wide variety of experts In fact, NTU's own Vanessa Evers is a member of our BHP Science and Innovation Council, and she definitely challenges us and encourages us. We have a vision and a plan to create a fast-evolving digital platform that seamlessly integrates the tools that we need. And by introducing more technology, we're opening that door to amplify the ideas and the abilities of 60,000 employees around the world at BHP. By combining forward thinking, the approach and a different approach to workforce development, the applications of new technology we use can reshape the way we work, the way we live, and the way we behave. This is also where NIST comes in. We need your help to harness and facilitate expertise in developing responsible innovations and to take the challenge of multidimensional, critical world issues and ensure we use research and public disclosure to compel all of us with a social context around social and technological innovation. So with that said, I am very eager to view the works of the artists shortlisted and see how they've responded to the ideas and challenges of Professor Suresh in applying technology and art for the fourth industrial revolution. Perhaps the more humanistic and artistic take on this, it's timely that we look as we approach and look at the pinnacle of science and technology because it shouldn't be single-tracked. So Professor Suresh, thank you again for the opportunity to be here with you tonight, and to everyone here for your collective commitment to the excellence in education, research, and innovation. And I really look forward to continuing the conversation over the evening. So thank you.
It is now my pleasure to invite Ms. Lui Thomas, a representative from the NTU Global Digital Art Prize jury panel, on stage to deliver her speech. Ms. Thomas, please.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you very much for attending this evening, and also thank you very much for sort of spending time even contemplating this idea. I'd really like to thank and acknowledge both the boldness and the vision of NTU in creating this award. This connection of, or the connection of such an award to the university, I believe is a really unique and important piece of positioning, both for NTU within the region, but also globally. It signals an awareness and a curiosity about the role of art thinking in the research paradigm. It's starting to indicate about art being beyond the cultural artifact. And indeed, artists working in the digital media art space exist at this interstice between art, science, research, technology, and society. They are inventors, researchers, synthesizers, and visionaries who are very comfortable in the murky, messy, and uncharted waters of possibility and innovation. And as such, their practice demands a high level of theoretical, technical, and conceptual rigor. And all the works that you will see here tonight are engaged in exploring exactly this conversation around the Industrial Revolution 4.0. They're exploring, unpacking, critiquing, and thinking about what is the complexities that are arriving, even though we can barely keep up with them ourselves. So therefore, as well as acknowledging and thanking the university, I would like to really acknowledge and thank the artists, not just for their work here tonight, but actually for the amazing amount of effort, focus, and energy that it takes to create this type of work. They are actually on the frontier of possibilities themselves. And if you had the opportunity to speak to some of the artists, you will hear, and they don't even notice that they're telling you this, but you will hear them describe how they took this and they took that and they broke it all apart, and from that they were able to make the tool by which to create the thing. I mean, that is innovation and that is invention, and they do that almost on a daily basis, and yet they don't notice. And I think with a university, it both helps them to understand and see what it is that they're doing that's important, and also to have that come into the mix of the idea of innovation and possibility, and to bring that eclectic and non-linear way of thinking and doing into the discourse of science and technology. So I'd like to thank the artists, I'd like to thank the university for being bold and brave and courageous and really championing this concept, and thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank you very much to Ms. Thomas. Right now, going to be joining me on stage. I would also like to invite Mr. Jae-hyun Lee as well as Ms. Hiromi Ozaki, members of the jury panel, to announce the winners of the NTU Global Digital Art Prize 2019. So I'm going to have you join me here on stage for a moment. And of course, I want to let you guys know a little bit more about the NTU GDAP. It comprises a total of $50,000 in prize money, and each category will award a top prize as well as commendation awards for excellence, creativity, and innovation. The top prize is $25,000 for professional artists and $10,000 for students. And now that we have both of you near the stage, I'd actually like to invite you on stage. And I'll also like to invite our guest of honor, Ms. Diane Jurgens, and NTU President Professor Suresh on stage to actually present the prizes to our prize winners for today.
Yep, my heart is pounding like yours. And I always enjoy this moment of revelations. It is my great honor and pleasure to announce the student category. Okay, the first prize of the NTU Global Digital Art Prize 2019 in the student category goes to...
Commendation Prize.
See, my heart is pounding so much.
He's very eager to get to the winners. Commendation.
We have 3 winners of a Commendation Prize. The first recipient of the Commendation Prize, Dave Lim. Okay. Yeah.
For our winners, just a gentle reminder to remain by the stage for a group photo later. So all our winners, again, a big round of applause for him.
The second recipient of Commendation Prize goes to Clara Lim. I think there are so many limbs in Singapore, maybe 50% of the population in Singapore is limbs. The final, the winner of the Commendation Prize, Sweet Kiat Lim, but unfortunately he's not here. So please welcome Siti Aisha on behalf of the winner. Yeah. Yes, now it's the pinnacle of the moment. The top prize, the winner of $10,000 goes to not Lim. Songgyu Bao.
Casual, yeah.
Congratulations to all of our winners, and thank you very much to Ms. Lee.
Thank you.
May I now invite Ms. Ozaki to announce the winners of the International Professional category of the NTU Global Digital Art Prize, please.
Thank you. So it's my pleasure to announce the winners for the International Professional category of the NTU Global Digital Art Prize. There are two prizes, a Commendation Prize for $6,000 and a top prize of $25,000. Okay, the Commendation Prize goes to Alessandro Perini for his work Sound Fossils. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. Okay, now the big prize. Yeah. I get nervous announcing this. So, the big prize, the first prize of the NTU Global Digital Art Prize 2019 in the International Professional category goes to, the prize goes to Marco Barotti for his work, Clams. Congratulations. Right, so congratulations to the winners of the International Professional categories. Congratulations, Marco and Alessandro. Congratulations.
Congratulations, all our winners. And of course, thank you, Ms. Ozaki, for doing such a fantastic job announcing the winners. I would like to also invite Ms. Orna Arga, a member of the jury panel, up on stage to join Ms. Jurgens, Professor Suresh, as well as all of our other jury panel on stage. Along with our winners, all of our winners gathered around the stage here today, we're going to take a huge group photograph, of course, to commemorate this very special moment. Again, congratulations to all of you.
So maybe just two on each side.
Can we have our winners together around that side as well? Yeah, I do like it that you're all wearing pants here today. So maybe why don't I invite the winners to come on to the first row, and then maybe we can kneel a little bit. Yeah? Yeah?
You can step down to the more. 1, 2, 3.
With that, thank you very much, members of the jury panel, for announcing the winners of the NTU Global Digital Art Prize 2019. Can I I actually invite Ms. Jurgens and Professor Suresh to remain on stage to actually present the certificates to the rest of the shortlisted artists. Again, artists, this is just a gentle reminder for you to remain close to the stage after the collection of your certificates. Thank you. So from the international professional category, we do have Rosanna El-Khatib representing F Architecture. Let's give her a very big hand. Also, let's put our hands together for Caesar Bayo and Lucy H.G. Solomon from the collective Caesar and Lewis. Next up on stage, we have Maxime Lutelier, Asako Fujimoto, as well as Ricardo Teresi from the collective Ephemeral Tomorrow. Let us also put our hands together for Ebshar Bartiza. Congratulations. And finally, from the international professional category, we have also Hasib Ahmed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll also be seeing two artists from the local student category up on stage. The first one being Christina Lui. Also from the local student category, Eng Sing Lao. Okay, and let's have all of you remain on stage because I'm going to invite all of the artists up on stage once again. Let's take another big group photo, shall we? Also joining them for this big group photo, I would like to invite Mrs. Mary Suresh, Professor Ellen Chan, Vice President of Alumni and Advancement of NTU and Chair of NTU GDAP Organizing Committee, Ms. Christine Ho, Ms. Yo P. Swan, Director of Marketing, Communications, and Digital Strategy at National Arts Council, Professor Vanessa Evers, Director of NTU Institute of Science and Technology for Humanity, Professor Michael Walsh, Chair of the School of Art, Design, and Media, and none but not least, Associate Professor Pierre Satik, Associate Chair of Academic School of Art, Design, and Media. Fantastic. This is definitely a very big group photo. Let's invite the first row to kind of bend down a little bit. Okay, everybody remain where you are. I'd also like to invite our jury panel to join them in this group photograph as well. The group's only going to get bigger. For jury, it's Licks Day today. Okay, let's take this fantastic big group photograph.
Let's do a thumbs up.
And to everybody, let's give all of them a very big round of applause. So with that, I would like to extend our gratitude to our guest of honor, Ms. Diane Jurgens, for taking the time off your busy schedule to grace this event with us here this evening. Now, I'd also like to invite our guest of honor, guests seated in the first row, our jury members, as well as artists, to join our organizing committee at the stairs for an informal group photograph. Lots of photo taking today. Once again, I'd like to invite our guests of honor, guests seated on the first row, jury members, as well as artists, to join the organizing committee at the staircase for an informal group photograph. After which, we would then proceed to an exhibition tour led by the artists themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest of you, please do remain in the foyer while they take their leave. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Please do feel free to join us for some refreshments right outside of Gallery 2. You're also welcome to tour the exhibition. Once again, my name is Juliana, and it has been a pleasure to be your host for this evening. Wishing you a very pleasant weekend ahead.